In today's video, we will be talking about the latest economic trends and indicators. First, let's talk about the encouraging signs. Consumer sentiments looking up. Given that India now stands at the beginning of 2021 festive season, this spurt in consumer sentiments is encouraging. Buoyant consumer sentiments are important for the festive season to translate into enthusiastic consumer spending. This is why 9% increase seen in consumer sentiments so far in September is particularly important. As seen in the graph, consumer sentiments in urban India have been subdued. Cumulatively in the first 2 weeks of September, while the rural index of consumer sentiments rose by 14.3%, the index of urban India rose only by 1%. Talking about the COVID-19 updates, vaccinations crossed the 770 million mark in India. The pace of vaccination has seen a substantial increase in recent days, with India administering 100 million vaccines in the mere 10 days as compared to 85 days for the first 100 million jabs. If India bypasses the third wave, then the economic recovery will be cemented. India needs to fully vaccinate at least 640 million people to enable herd immunity. According to a report by SBI, the increased manufacturing capacity and imports could help India take the total number of doses delivered to 1.05 billion by October this year, in which case 15% of the population can be fully vaccinated and 63% can get their first shot. India's exports grew 45% on a year-on-year basis in August 2021 but have stagnated at 30 to 33 billion US dollar levels. Growth leaders among exports were engineering, gems and jewelry, cotton and chemicals. Exports have been playing a rescuer for the Indian industry. Let's talk about one of the most important indicator, that is the inflation. In the past year, we have seen a significant rise in prices of several commodities, especially steel, petrol and other various commodities. As a result, retail price inflation has gone up, which is a concern for RBI, as it wants to keep the interest low for the economic growth to recover. Thankfully, retail inflation as measured by the Consumer Price Index has eased to 5.3% in August 2021 from 5.6% in July 2021. Credit growth is gaining momentum. Risk aversion on the part of corporates and subdued demand for retail credit has resulted in sluggish credit demand in the economy. However, we note that credit dispersal activity by scheduled commercial banks (SCB) seems to be gaining some momentum after slipping below the 6% mark for 4 consecutive months ending June 2021. In August, outstanding non-food credit by SCBs grew year-on-year by 6.6%. This is the highest growth in non-food credit recorded by SCBs since April 2020. In agriculture, Kharif acreage improves, but rainfall is still patchy. Rural consumption depends on a good agriculture income, which in turn depends on the sowing pattern and monsoon activity. Data indicates that Kharif sowing that began on a weak note this year due to slow progress of monsoon has now covered most of the lost ground. Cumulative rainfall during June to August was 9.2% below the LPA. Though deficient rainfall during the crucial period of July and August has not really affected sowing, it is likely to adversely hit yield. Now, let's look at some of the sobering factors on the economic side. India's real GDP grew by a record 20.1% in June 2021 quarter. Although impressive, this growth has come off a very low base of previous fiscal. In reality, our real GDP is still 4.3% lower than its 3-year-ago level during April-June 2018. This indicates that the demand is still below pre-pandemic levels. Moving on, unemployment has inched up in August. Employment creation is an important metric for judging strength of economic recovery. Headline labor statistics for August 2021 were disappointing as expected. Unemployment rate rose steadily from around 7% in July to over 8% in August. The loss was essentially in farm jobs. Lastly, the data shows that government spending was weak. Spending by the government is important for creating jobs. However, it seems that the government is trying to conserve resources to keep its fiscal deficit in check. As a result, we saw that government final consumption expenditure (GFCF) fell year on year by 4.8% in real terms during the first quarter. Central government spending has not grown compared to the previous fiscal. Thus, we can see high frequency indicators posted an uneven performance in August and a mixed trend continues in September. Looking ahead, with a gradual improvement in the economic situation, the waning impact of high healthcare costs related to the second wave, and the improvement in the coverage of vaccines, confidence levels should improve. We hope you liked this video. If it did help you, please give it a like and do share it. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and we'll see you again with another update on the Indian economy. Until then, goodbye.